It's so much to say, but I don't know where to begin. I'm going to go ahead and say greatest trading day in the history of ever. We've only had maybe 5 days like this year. Obviously I've seen days like this before, and then some have been better, but this was epic because it gave you time to get involved because it wasn't right out of the gate. It spent an hour, a whole freaking hour deciding what it wanted to do. We had already made a day's pay and kind of were chalking this up to maybe a possible boring day, but then UVXY collapsed and it triggered all the buying, and then you get the fear of missing out and the short covering and all that other stuff that makes the market go parabolic. What's my point? Today was the day where I needed assistance. Today was the day, if I had 5 of you guys working for me, it would have been unbelievable. So here's what I'm going to do. Has anybody ever seen $1 million cash in a suitcase? I'm going to put the $1 million in cash right here. And I'm going to take that $1 million in cash and I'm going to divide it amongst 5 traders. Okay? There'll be one bigger account where I want stocks to be traded. And then we'll probably put 100 grand into 4 accounts, because those will be the options. You don't need that much leverage to trade options. And then the rest of the money will be in a bigger account, so you could be able to swing, not swing trade, but you could be able to handle, multiple positions of stock. For instance, if you bought 1,000 QQQ today, that's $360,000 of your buying power. So you're going to have some money in your account. So, and the top trader will have access to that account. Okay. Most of you guys are going to be option traders following my lead and supplementing my income, because while I'm buying the Qs and, well, AEHR, I didn't do well on today. I screwed that one up. But while I'm buying a Firm and the Rivian, amongst all the other trades, that's when you'll know which option trade to buy, and you'll be buying me the in the money or slightly out of the monies. And of course, obviously the lotto plays all played out today. I mean, I wasn't thinking about buying 362s on the Qs today. I thought it was going to take 2 weeks to get to where we got today. Do you realize we have a bullish monthly engulfing candle? By the way, I'm shorting the Qs right now. Short. So what am I doing right now? I just shorted the Qs. I'm placing my stops in case I'm wrong, which I probably will be wrong, because shorting the market today really ain't the best idea. But I'm giving it a shot right here because I've identified a chance to only take a 30-cent risk. I'm already losing money. But I'm not covering because I'm going to give myself 30 cents. Just trying to play a little pullback. I thought by now we'd pull back, but considering we haven't, that's kind of what I'm betting on. 364.50. Just give me a pullback to the 50, to the half, and that might open the floodgates down to 363.78. I'm not counting on it. This is just a trade to have on and going into the end of the day. But I really wanted to talk about the suitcase of cash, getting you guys to work for me, staying focused, being a part of what we do. And it all starts with just showing up. Start showing up, see what this is all about, see if you can follow along, put some trades on in a paper trading account or in a real account. All right, we're up a little bit. We were up a little bit on the short. By the way, if you guys remember the one stock I took a loss on, and really, it was emotion. It's just emotion that's taking me over. I got beat by this AEHR 4 out of 5 times. So on the 5th time, and I won once, lost. So I got beat 4 times in a row after one winning trade. And I was like, all right, enough of this piece of shit. And that's exactly when you had to buy it. Because when I gave up, it was an emotional response. It wasn't algorithmic. So when it held 35 and then broke back above 36, that was a new trade. Then it broke VWAP. But I sat there. All I was thinking about was screw that stock. I just got beat on it 4 times. That's not how you trade. That's not how you trade. You trade like this. Hey, that stock beat me 4 times. Oh, now it's doing what I think was supposed to do before. I'm getting in for the 5th time. And if it would have beat you on the 5th time, so be it. You got to take the trade when the setup that you were waiting for actually happens. So, I mean, we're just explaining why this day was so epic. But I wanted to invite you guys. I'm going to be on the Benzinga show in 24 minutes. It's called The Closing Print. And please join me over there. And this Q short isn't working. So, again, I'm only dipping in. If it would have followed through, I would have added to it. You just can't short the market. There are days where you just can't short the market. There are days where you just can't buy the market. You just can't short anything today. You're going to get killed. But maybe next Tuesday or never. Today was such a pivotal day that we might now rally for the rest of the year. It's just like that. It's just like that because it comes usually on a gap down reversal day, starts a new trend to the upside. Short covering, fear of missing out, short covering, fear of missing out, short covering, fear of missing out, short covering, fear of missing out. And next thing you know, you're at all-time highs. And the whole time everyone sits there going, why are we going up? I don't know. Short covering, the fear of missing out. Algorithms, one price begets the next one, breakout, range break, fear of missing out, short covering, fear of missing out. And next thing you know, it's 3 months later and the Qs are up 48 points from when we're having this conversation. And you're still sitting there going, but I don't really trust this market. There's nothing to trust. There's nothing to guess. There's no guesswork. I took a short on the Qs because it broke down under the spot that I thought would trigger some more selling, and it didn't. Got out. It's just a fart in the wind now. Who cares, right? But if we do roll over at 330, I might give it a shot. But now, to your point, December, 400 by December, 400 on Qs by December, not even by December. When the market takes off, when you get a pivot like this, and then you follow through, if you follow through on Monday, it's going to cause another epic move. So next thing you know, we're at 371. And then if we pull back and hold 368, suddenly we're building a new base at a higher level. And then 3 or 4 more good days, we're at 382.50. 382.50 breaks. Next thing you know, it's 387. And we break 387, we're going to 400. And if we break 400, we're going all-time highs. And it could all happen in 2 weeks. And that's why the lessons I learned from 2012 are playing out today more so than ever. This is the exact market 11 years ago that I got destroyed. But now I can feel the pain and I adjust. Oh, this is the dumb mistake I made 10 years ago. Oh, great. I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to go long this time. And that's as simple as it can be. Learn from your mistakes or you're bound to make them again and again and again. We'll all continue to make dumb mistakes, but don't make the tragic ones to blow shit up, And like I was talking to my friend out there who got crushed this year. You're trading without stops. That's it. You're trading without stops. That's the answer. You're getting out of your entire position at one price, and you're trading without stops, and you're wondering why you're having a hard time. Today would have made up for an entire lost year. That's how important today was. Today would have made up for an entire, if you did awful this entire year, today makes it all back. And I'm not even joking. You put $3,000 to work today, you're up about 50 grand. The $1 million suitcase now, guy, the reason he made so much money this week, and again, I'm not going to tell you his name or the benefit. Let's call him my benefactor now. That's going to be some of my money. It's going to be some of his money because he wants in on this idea also. The hell was I saying? The hell was I just saying? Something about suitcases of cash. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. My brain is melting. All right, let me save some of this energy for the show for 3:30. Just stop being a victim, right? Take it from me. I've been to I never been to real therapy except when they thought I was nuts in the fourth grade, and I still have. I think I found it the other day. Hold on. I'm not going to be able to find it now. Let me just look at one thing. Everybody thinks I'm nuts. So did everybody else at one point. Hold on. I have it written out. I think I still have it somewhere. Should I short the cues now that I'm not paying attention? That's how it usually happens. Are you short the cues? You are? All right, good. I'll try it again. I don't mind you being short the cues right here. Just use that same stuff. Darn it, I don't know where it is. But they sent me to therapy in the fourth grade. Basically, it was ineffectual parenting. You blame your parents for everything, right? My parents they didn't discipline me. I needed a beating once in a while. I hung out with bad kids. I was impressionable. I did some, I used to get in trouble in school because I was a smart kid. Because my dad, he was a teacher. My mom was a teacher. I would have the teacher's manuals sometimes. I basically knew the lesson plan. So I would goof off in class because I knew what we were doing. I didn't have to pay attention. So I used to be a jerk off. I'd get in a lot of trouble, get to the dean's office, principal's office. My parents had to come up where they thought there was something wrong with me. Which there was. But not as bad as everybody thought. They thought I might have had emotional problems. I'm lashing out. It was just that I liked girls at a very young age. And I liked to be a funny guy because the girls would laugh. I would feel good about myself. And I liked that feeling. And that's really what it came down to. I just wanted to impress the girls by being, funny. And I loved girls back. I mean, I can name it. Ooh, are you short the cues for me? All right, cool. Just made our $30 back. But I can name every girl I dated from the first one. I was into the Latinas as a young boy. Jennifer Torres, if you're still out there, I still love you. Bridget Fernandez. Yes, that Bridget Fernandez. Donna Rodriguez changed my life. She was an older girl. I was in the 5th grade. She was already in junior high. Anyway, I don't know where it is. All right, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a little while. Hey, we made our 15 cents back. What do you know? Yeah, we just covered. All right. So anyway, the show is called The Closing Print. I'll be live in 15 minutes, so come check me out. All right. I hope you all have a great weekend. I hope you guys did well today. Just to keep it real, I did not do as well. That's why I'm imploring you to come help me. See, this is a day where I'm not up 6 figures. I'm sorry. How many figures? I'm not up 5 figures. That's insulting to me. This is a 20 grand day, easy for me. And I'm nowhere near that because I goof around. I sell into moves. I mean, I had a 400 bagger and I only made $600 on it. I mean, I had UVXY nailed. And I should have bought the $18 puts for 50, but I wound up buying the 1750s for 30. But I'm starting to sell them at 43 cents. 43 cents. I'm taking 13-cent profits. But as I keep telling you, the day you don't sell into moves, the day you don't take profit, your profits become losses, and then you're just sitting there going, "Why did I do that?" But this air trade, I mean, nobody's going to be perfect, but I screwed this trade up so badly this morning that it set me into a bad way of. I didn't want to get aggressive because the stock beat me 4 out of 5 times even before the whole day got started. So I was kind of down on myself, and I let that influence the next 5 trades. So normally I would go crazy with the Affirm trade, but instead I bought 200 because I was nibbling. I would have normally gone crazy with the QQQ, but I started small because I was just nibbling. And it was because, yeah, yeah, that's my boy right there. That's my trader. He's shorting the Qs. Yeah, yeah. If he's short the QC, I don't care because I know he knows how to handle whatever's going to happen next. So that's what I want. I got one of them. I want 5 more guys that I know I could leave, and you're going to do the right thing. But let me just go back to this whole emotional pitfall I fell into because this AEHR screwed with me this morning. The next 5 or 6 trades, I only dipped my toe in, and then they started working, and I never added. And I didn't want to add because I wasn't confident enough that this day was going to turn into what it did. Nobody really expected it to turn to what it did. And then I had to reload at higher prices, and I never really got aggressive. But it all started by me getting chopped up and lost, chop, lost on this one stock where normally, okay, this was not working. Throw it over there and stick with the ones that are working. And I did a series of wrong things today, and I'll be the first to admit it. But the overall package, freaking awesome. And watching the stock close in on highs of the day, AEHR, this is hurtful. I'm hurt. This is a 4 point trade. I had thousands and thousands of shares. It's getting beat on it, beat on it, beat on it, beat on it. The one time I didn't have the 1,000 shares is the one time it worked. So, all right, my lunatic trader's short the Qs right now. I see what he's doing. We had a little blow off top, but it's really not rolling over. So I know where he'll get stopped out. But if it does roll over, I don't even think it's going to be a monumental move. I think you'll get to 364.50. If you break through 364.50, then you got 363.75. I know exactly what he's trying to do. But you're fighting a losing battle short in the market today. You certainly are. But up here, we take shots. Up here, looking for that, a little profit-taking candle, a little, maybe a little anxiety going over the weekend. You want to lock into this monster gain. That's kind of why we're shorting the Qs right now. But very tight stop. Not going to get overly aggressive. You don't want to blow up a great day. And it's just a very, very tough short because most of what's going on right now is short covering, right? Is short covering and the fear of missing out. Short covering and the fear of missing out, you don't want to short those days because every short's going, please pull back so I can cover. I want out. And that's why we can't go down because the shorts aren't thinking, I want to be short anymore. The shorts are thinking, please pull back so I can cover. Please pull back a little bit so I can cover. All right, I'll see you guys. Good luck I'll see you. And if anyone's in the Virginia area, if you want to come hang with me and my family, I'll be at the JMU game, 12 noon next Saturday. Let's go. Going for 6-0, JMU. I'll be at the stadium, Harrisonburg. If you've made some money, or if you want to throw something at me, well, stay away if you want to throw something at me. But I'll be down in Harrisonburg. And if you guys want to party with us in Nashville, everybody just paid for their Nashville trip today. We're going to Nashville end of April, school trip. Just get your parents to sign the waiver, and we'll be off and running. All right? I'd like to stay here and watch this, see if this QQQ short works out, but I got to go on the other show. So follow me over to the next channel. See ya. Good luck.